Welcome back, people. I'm in position, as you can see, bookshelf. I'm on the floor. This is my bed. Awesome. And that's more books. What you can see here is more books. I decided to leave the bottom shelf the way, I'm not trying to get my foot in there. I decided to leave that the way it is because it's kind of like my childhood books I want to save shelf, and I don't want to put them downstairs, like in the basement or something, because I feel like it's kind of, they might start being nasty down there. I don't trust that, and there's spiders down there probably, so no. Keeping them here. This is a very specific row. I do kind of want to keep that way, but not here because it's in the not visible part. Also, this is the door of my bookshelf. I cannot open this further. I thought about taking it out, but I'm scared I'm going to take it out and will not be able to put it back in. And the mama was going to go crazy on me because she's like, why did you take it out in the first place? So we're going to keep it. It's a tight squeeze. Live with it. Work with it. I don't know. Anyhow, I want to take this out of this shelf, but I want to keep it intact, kind of. And I'm thinking about either putting it up there to the other colorful row, to get rid of like the crime section, because the crime section is a place I like the crime books, but it's too unorganized for me. And I tried organizing it before, but I have so many different books and versions and authors and everything and editions that there's no way to find like a good organization in there, not for me at least. So I'm thinking about putting those up there to kind of switch them out with the crime section, or if I will put them into the bookshelf above my bed, the one with the Harry Styles pillow, because it's like the one that's mostly on display, and I feel like it would be nice to have like a rainbow section in there where I have them color coordinated, or even a couple more books actually than just these ones, but I would like to keep them intact to a certain extent at least. So we'll take up my Emily Henry books
and turn your big ass around and get the fuck back to your fucking seat. The fuck is wrong with your ashy ass?
That was some books falling, but we're good. It's okay. I think they're safe now. It's fine. I'm taking out the Emily Henry books. It's a 3-stack. This one is tabbed. These two are not because I haven't read this one. And this one I had before, but in the English edition. And my friend has it now. I annotated it for her. My bestie got that. So now I have matching ones. Because I had like 2 matching ones and then one that was like out of it. And I was like, I'm not having that. But yeah, I love those. They kind of do not match the rest of the rainbow. Like the beginning, yes, because it's orange, but before that it doesn't. And I don't want to have them separate, so I will just have those. But I feel like they will wander to my top bookshelf there, or the top of this one as well, because I want to show them off. I love Emily Henry. So these I will put to the side now, and we will see them later somewhere further up there or in a different bookshelf. So that is quite lovely. I'm putting them here, and then I'm taking out these because I feel like they are in such a good order already, which could have some improvements, or have more books.
Oh my days! Allow it! Don't chat to me!
Goodness gracious, another one. There we go. I'm gonna hold this. I feel like it's a good order we have, but as you can see, there's this stack here which does not match. And so there's space still, and I feel like I want to extend the rainbow rather than having a stack like that again. So I'm keeping the order and putting them to the side, and might add more books to complete the rainbow, if that makes sense. That's where I'm trying to go with this. So we're taking those out as well, but in order, hopefully. Also, I don't know if that's a good angle because you're gonna see like the back of my head a lot. I hope my hair is not too messy. If it is what it is. What's going on? Like, stay there for like 2 minutes. That would be freaking awesome. Also, I just saw this had like a different tag, which is crazy to me. Ooh. And it's at like $3.50. Bruh. I just saw this for the first time. Focus, focus, focus. It says $3.50, and I don't know what currency it is, but it has one here that says HarperCollins Publishers India, so I'm guessing this came from India sometime around. It's an English version though, which is crazy. Oh yeah, Fallout, goodness. Yeah, I never knew that. I bought this secondhand, and I didn't even want to have the book per se. Like, I wasn't on the hunt for it, but I saw it and I was like, that looks nice, I want to have that. I paid like, I don't know, $4 or something, I don't even remember. But I got that, and just now, see, that's, I didn't even look at that for real when I unpacked it. But it is an English version, and it came from India, which I didn't know, which is crazy to me. Like, it has obviously the price tag, and then it has this one that says Harper, another book falling, and another one, there we go, HarperCollins India, and then it has this sticker, and on the last page it was stamped, and you cannot read it because it's a bit like, it says New Delhi. So that baby came from India, and I didn't even know. And now I messed up the order because the books fell. Christ's sake. See, now I'm sad about that. Okay, I think it was probably like that. This is horrific. I think, no, that does not look right. Shit. I'll figure it out eventually. It looks kind of right, but also not really, so I don't like it. But yeah, these two, that's 5. I will save. But yeah, also I mentioned this one before. It's a lovely book, Diary of a Bookseller. But I'm like, as you can see, I'm like halfway through-ish, kind of. And the idea is nice, and it's like a good concept, and it's not bad. But for the life, it felt like reading half of that, and that was not even like 130 pages, felt like eternity to me, and I don't know why. So I never DNF'd it because I don't like doing that, but I also never finished, so make of that what you want. Maybe I'll finish it at one point in my life, maybe. Or I will, you know, grow as a person and just start DNFing books. Props not though, because that's just not me, I think. But yeah, so this is empty now. We have this stack. Also, I feel like maybe I will have to do a stack like that, but a bit more organized, slash maybe like a book series stack, because these 3 are very pretty, and maybe with the Emily Henry ones, goodness, I cannot talk today. Maybe this is gonna be like a series stack. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Also, I'm so sad that like this one, for example, is like shorter than the rest, because I feel like it would fit into the rainbow stack very well. This is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. But it's short. You know, you're smaller. How dare you? I know it's taller, but you know, I had to make that fitting. Anyway, so I'm kind of sad about that because it does not fit. And also, this is like just a stack of like kind of like small, like tiny-ish books. This is why they ended up in there together, even though there's like no connection at all. But it is what it is. Then down to this one, which I feel like is hard to see for you. There you go, kind of. Those are kind of like, I don't know what that is, kind of connected, like these two at least. Haunted sounds like a thriller thing, should be up there technically, but I don't know. This one is very pretty as well. You cannot even see that. Every last word, I want to read that, but it doesn't fit size-wise with the rainbow, so that's why it didn't end up in there. And then we have those which have very different sizes and colors and stuff, and they don't belong, like these two belong to me, but these don't. And so I kind of wanted to keep them together as a Taylor Jenkins Reid stack, even though they have different sizes and designs, and I don't like that together. But because they're not mine, and I don't want to like lose one of those, these will have to stay together. I don't know what capacity. Maybe they will have to move to my bookshelf up there as well, just so it's more on my mind, because they're at the bottom of this and I feel like I kind of forget about them sometimes, and because they're not mine, I want to read them kind of soon so I can give them back at some point. I mean, my bestie is not mad about it. I think sometimes she forgets I have them. And if she wanted them, she would just tell me to give them back, even if I haven't read them. But just for me and my sake, I want to read them kind of soon-ish, and then get rid of them. Sounds so mean, but like give them back. And these are small as well, but not as small as the rest, so that's a bit of a tacky stack we got going on. And then this is just like an issue bit, because even those small books do not fit upright in there by a tiny bit. That's why they are like this. So I don't know what to put in there for real. Like, these don't even fit, and that is a shame. The thing is though, I could lower that to make some of them fit, but then these ones get smaller, and then some of those might not fit. I mean, these would fit, but these are gonna go a different place, so that's like not really the one. And I feel like I'm gonna put my crime section down here, and the crime books are very tall ones, so I can't lower that really, which is horrific. Or I would have to lower this and then this as well, and then see where things go, but I don't feel like doing that. And I mean, this is like the bottom one, the childhood one, is stacked to the top, so this will have to stay in place. And these ones, most of them I used. It's a German publisher, I think, yeah. And they have like this very distinct design of a simple title and a picture, and I like them because they're very simple. But a lot of these books I do not care about, and they're like German, sometimes classic, sometimes not, but I just like the look of them, and they are all used and were very cheap or free. So who am I to say no to a free book? That's not gonna happen. So that's how they came along, and I kind of want to keep them together because it kind of looks nice. And then we have this one, which is short but so pretty. Like, it's literally so pretty. Haven't read it because big book phobia. It is humongous. Like, it's small kind of from the outside, but it's like a thick one, and it has like too many, like 800 pages almost. Why did I buy that? Who did I think I was when I bought this? 800 pages. 8 fucking hundred. Sorry for swearing, but no, that's not me. So I'm keeping it because I want to read it at some point in my life, but not right now. I ain't got time for that. And more of these pretty but simple ones, which we love. Ow, put them right on my finger. Kind of hurt. But yeah, I'll keep emptying that out, and then I'll see you back when I put stuff in here. Welcome back. It looks a bit different in here. I pre-organized. So we leave the kids shelf basically as it is. These two will be my crime shelves from now on. I'm not trying to be out here hiding the crime section. That's not what I'm doing. It's just a bunch of different books, some German, some English, lots of different sizes, and I don't know. And I just cannot find a way to put them together in an aesthetically pleasing way to me. So I don't want to have them seen. So they will be down here. I put those together. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if you can see, but you can. I put those together. These are like the 3 kids books on the bottom, which I thought was kind of fitting. And I mean, it's kind of like kids crime stuff, so it's still kind of fitting. And it's like kids stuff, kids crime, the rest of crime. So I felt like that was kind of the thing where I wanted to go with this. These are all from my crime section, and now I'm organizing these. And I put these on top because these are like very, not silly crime, but like very easygoing. You know, it's like the kind of crime book you buy at the airport, which is a very easy read. Like the kind of crime your mom buys at the airport just to have a book on vacation. That kind of, you know, it's like a very easy read. Also, it's like way too far down so you cannot see me. So yeah, this is the side stack. Technically there's still a bit of space on top here, but I don't know if I have books to fit in there size-wise. Now we have to kind of go, I think, by by size. Oh, they are like equally tall. Like the spaces are equally tall because it fits here and on the bottom. So we'll see how that one goes. I don't know what to sort them by, if I'm being completely honest, because by author doesn't make sense, because a lot of books I have like just one from one author. Also, the book series I'm reading currently still from the same author as this beautiful book, they will not go in my crime shelf. They will be up top there in my bed bookshelf, if you want to call it that, because I'm still reading them and they are a nice stack, like kind of too colorful for my liking for crime and like a thriller, but I'm keeping them out there because they belong together as 5, and I don't think I will have enough space to put them in here, and so I don't want to have like a couple there and a couple here, so I'm just keeping them as a stack outside of this. But yeah, I'll kind of have to just see, because there's like a lot like these. By the way, if you're German, you probably know this. I haven't read it. Shame on me. My mum bought it, I think for herself, even though she doesn't read that kind of stuff normally. And then she never read it and gave it to me because she knows I have a couple more books by him. And then I think she heard like the audiobook, and I have never read or heard this, so happens sometime at some point in my life. So I have a couple more books by him. So I got 2. I don't know if I want to put them here because they are like the prettier ones, if that makes sense. Like more slick, pretty. These are like colorful. So I feel like the kind of colorful ones, if you could call it that, thriller and crime ones go here. And then the like slick, nice looking ones go here. Also, I took out The Shining from the crime section. Shame on me. Because I want to put that in my dark aesthetic shelf. Even though the crime thing doesn't belong in there, but it's a very mixed shelf because there's poetry in there and my Bible will go in there potentially, and there's a bit of fantasy in there, so it's just for the book cover aesthetic and not like, it's a weird order I have in here because crime is gonna be with crime, but it's not, because it, you know, we'll figure it out along the way. So I have these Simon Beckett books as well, which are apparently very good. I have a couple of them, and I got 3, I think. Yes, I got 3. One was actually a gift from a friend, because she's read them, and she had one twice, and she gave that to me. And the other ones I got, like cheap or used. And I have one, no, and I had one double as well, but I put that in one of those open bookshelves for someone else to enjoy. And I have like, which is kind of, I don't know if they're supposed to look like that, if there's different editions, I'm not too deep into the thing, but I have one that looks like this. It has like a black frame, if that makes sense. It's like the pricing thing, I have to peel that off, but it has like a black frame and the words are just here in the form of a cross, but they're just there. And then the next one does not have the frame, but it has the cross. And this one also doesn't have the frame, but it has a cross in a different way. And now I don't know, actually don't know the order of these. And there's more. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing, like the different looks or not. But it's kind of pissing me off, if we're being honest. But, you know, we'll move. So these will go to the top shelf here, for me at least. Because they are the more nice and slick looking ones, if that makes sense. So these will go here. Look at them being pretty. You can just see white on white. Awesome. But yeah, these go here. And then I want to put these by the same author here, because I think... Fail. I want to put these here next to them because they look like equally nice and slick. Slick even the word? Like the most fitting word? God knows. But I want to put them here because they are by the same author and have kind of similar designs. And I feel like that's a nice thing because they go, it's like a white, then like a dark gray, and then black one. And then this does not fit, but it kind of separates one series from an author. So I feel like that's kind of not bad to have, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to justify what I'm doing, even though there's no point in what I'm doing. Like, it's good to reorganize, but there's no system in this. So these will stay up here. Then I have this one still from one of my favorite authors, which I will put next to it because it's a new author, new series, if you want to put it. It's not part of a series, but you know what I mean. So that's gonna go there, which is also the same height, which is lovely. We love that. And then I have this one, which is very cool, and the one I talked about earlier, which I haven't read, but they are like color scheme wise, they're kind of similar but different heights, which I hate, but you know. But I feel like they're design wise the more cooler ones, if that makes sense. And it's like, I mean, it's mainly black and then some greenish bits, so I feel like they should go up here as well. And then I have this one, which is also black and the same. It's not the same height actually. I don't know if you can tell. It's a teeny tiny bit shorter, so maybe I don't want to put it there. But I have multiple, and this one looks very used. It's Kiss Cut by Karen Slaughter. It's very much used and very much cracked, but I got that for very cheap, so I don't mind. But it just doesn't look as pretty. Like, used books are pretty still, but I'm a girly. I like when the back is not cracked and all that kind of stuff. So the spine is not cracked. That's the word. There we go. That's what I've been looking for all day. And then we have these. Like, this matches that top one there. And then these two are a bit taller, I know. But I feel like they are equally as tall, almost. But I feel like they're kind of not the prettier ones, but like, I don't know. I feel like they should go up here. And then we have a bunch. These are actually horrific in terms of condition. Kind of. Like, they are very old, I think. Artemis Fowl, The Arctic Incident. And I have another one from that series, actually. Yeah. This. I don't know what it is. It's a book series, and I feel like everybody knows it. I showed them to my mom, and she's not that much of a reader, and she was like, yeah, those are those, like, I don't know, from back in the day. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a thriller, fairy tale, something. I should look that up, actually. Like, one is about like a boarding school in Ireland, and one is like, I don't know what that is about. But these are in, like, they are great in like the same edition, but they are compared to the rest in bad condition. Like, the spine is not cracked on this one, but it is on this one, and like, I don't know if you can tell. Probably not. Hello? It's not working. The pages have seen better days, definitely. So these will go on the bottom one, and I think they're like not the same height as Kiss Cut. I thought they would maybe be the same height, but no, of course not. Then we have not a thriller, I believe, but we have City of Bones, part of a series. I got this for free. It is in great condition. It has one crack on the spine, which is good. The rest looks awesome still. It's not necessarily part of the crime section, but I don't have a fantasy section, and I will not have one, so I feel like I'm just gonna put that in there as well, but like on the bottom shelf, kind of, maybe on the outside. And then we have Time Runners, which I don't know what that is about as well. Could also be a bit more, not fantasy, but like, I don't know. And then we have Haunted, which is definitely a thriller or something like that. But yeah, these go down here. Oh, it's also not the same height. I hate that. But it's in these are kind of like bad condition ones compared to the rest, so they will go together. They stick together as horrific condition besties. Then we have Kate Morton, The Distant Hours, which looks like a novel, like kind of a romance novel maybe, but it is, I don't know what it is. Something about a castle, Edie. They find a letter. Surprise. I don't know what that is about, but condition wise, see, that was a lie. That's not going to be a crime section. Like, it is, but it's not, because half of those books are not even crime, but they just fit together aesthetic wise. So I'm going to put that in here with these babies, because I feel like condition wise that kind of makes sense. And I want to put it here because of the height and because of the color, because, you know, the blue together. So that goes there. And then we put this here because they belong together, kind of. Please stay. And I have these. I'm quitting. I have these ones, which is the sleeping doll, which looks horrific. You know, it's like Chucky. I'm just not about that. It's not giving. Illuminati, which is great. I haven't read it, but you know. Also, by saying it's great, I'm not saying Illuminati are great. I don't want to join. That's not me. But, you know. And then Child 44, which is a German one. Kind of connected to Russia. And that. Yeah, they find a children's body. And then, I don't know. But yeah, this is also kind of aesthetic wise. I feel like it fits more here. Because it's like the white and black ones, kind of. If you know what I mean. So, yeah, I have these. And I have these. Who are kind of fitting in there. And then I also have a German one as well. Which is, I think, a thriller. Yeah. Der Ketzer. I don't know what that is in English, actually. Hello? There you go. Come on. It's not focusing. Whatever. I got that cheap as well. It's in good condition still. And we have Fury by Chelsea Kane, which fits. Oh, it's German. I'm surprised by that. I thought it was English. But yeah, fits in here. Ooh, size wise. I hate it here. These do not fit. Okay, so these will be put together. And then maybe this. No, that looks cheap. That's going here. I love how I just sorted by feelings and how I feel about the looks. I'm gonna put this up here, even though the height thing annoys me a bit, but it's okay. Then we also have this, which is Im Paradies der Ungeheuer, which is German, obviously. No idea what that is about, but it's kind of like short. It's like less than 200 pages, like very kind of small. So maybe I should read that one time soon. One time soon. That's not English, is it? Whatever. Alrighty, welcome back again. I had to start my camera again because I don't know, sometimes it records like 10 minutes, sometimes 15, sometimes 20, and then stops by itself. And it was at 15 and I was like, well, maybe we just stop here before it stops without me noticing and I'm gonna lose footage. So I kept reorganizing them. So now we have the main crime section until like here. With kind of the more aesthetic crime books. And then we have the Time Runner, which I don't think is crime, and City of Bones, which is more fantasy, I think, here. For the aesthetic and because they fit in there. These stayed the same. These ones are like the pretty white ones I had here, but they kind of fit in there and I don't have more crime books to put down here. So I felt like maybe just, you know, keep it that way. And there's still a bit of space here where that book is, and I feel like that's gonna just be for like random small books that I will have left, maybe even these ones, but I feel like they don't fit in there, so I don't want to put them there because these are very small ones that barely fit up here in that small space. But it's like Norwegian Wood by Murakami, and then we have Dead Poets Society and stuff, so it's like theme wise there's no theme going on, so I don't know how to feel about that. And then I have the politician stuff and Bukowski, just because of their size, because they don't fit upright into any of the free bookshelves. and so they ended up in here. And I feel like the Donald Trump one, I don't know if I need to have that on display because people would just assume, because you know, it's society, people assume. Never assume makes an ass of you and me, but some people don't live like that. And some people might assume I'm a Trump supporter, which is not the case. I would rather die than be a Trump supporter, but you know. So yeah, that's kind of like what the downstairs part of the bookshelf looks like. I pre-organized the top as well. I will move on to that in a sec. But yeah, we still have some space here, and we have some space here. This is, by the way, the Pretty White ones, and then 2 French books I bought. One of them is a kid's story, and one is like, I think, one to learn French, because it has like explanations and stuff. Because I Duolingo French for like 150 days now, but I don't know French. Let's be freaking for real. So yeah, that's for when I actually do know the language and I can read that at some point. But yeah, so I kind of pre-organized the top more or less. I want to have the dark aesthetic shelf again, with a bit more. I don't know if everything is gonna fit in there. I'm a bit scared it won't, because there's more books in there now than it was before, definitely, and it was pretty packed before. I also pre-organized the books that will go up to that shelf you cannot see right now, kind of, because up there the Colleen Hoover, wait, I'm just gonna do this. So it looks messy, but that's my dark aesthetic bookshelf. I kind of pre-organized. This one is just the same as it was, but I want to put my Colleen Hoover books all in one place there, and the rest, like these, I want to kind of keep together because that's like my queer stuff, I guess you could call it. And then with these in the middle, I have to see which ones I want to add to my, oh, you can't even see me, which ones I want to add to my rainbow, and the ones on top as well. Like there's gonna be a Christmas section with Jenny Colgan Christmas books, or like mainly Jenny Colgan Christmas books, because those are the only ones I have, kind of. And then the rest is also a question of, do I want to add them? Welcome back. A question of, do I want to add those to my rainbow or not? So I will now do the camera different so you can see the upstairs part. And I guess whatever is left kind of and doesn't have a place will go here like it did before, because I will have books left over, definitely. I always do. Oh, and then I have to see, depending on what fits up there and what I'm taking to the rainbow in the shelf up there, I will have to see which ones I'm going to put on this very small, like, decorative ones, because I feel like it's going to be a 9 or like 12-ish books on there, but I want to choose like very pretty ones to like show off, kind of. I feel like that's going to be the aesthetic of that. But yeah, I'll change the perspective and then I'll see you there. I feel like this video is going to be bare long. Like, this could be an hour. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Welcome back. It's been a while. We're on the top part of the shelf now. Oh, you can see my funky pants. It's not that funky. It's actually just squares. Random fact. Anyhow, I pre-organized. Surprise, Shawty. So this will be the dark aesthetic shelf. And as you can see, or maybe not see, it is packed to the brim and not organized. There's more books in there than before. We will see if everything fits. Probably not though. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I feel like this is like a shit perspective because you're just gonna see me from the back and you cannot tell like what's going on in the bookshelf. So maybe I should rearrange that. See you then. Okay, I don't know if that's so much better. I don't think so. Hello. Awesome. I stopped recording midway while I was trying to fix the camera. It's gonna be crooked. I don't care. Here we go. The door is kind of in the way. Everything is in the way. But we start by taking some books out because there's too much stuff in here. So I'm putting those here on the bottom. So this one is in there, which was not in there before. The second edition, where did I put that? The second edition, like my paperback, the Atlas 6 is gonna be in there. That was not in there before. My Bible will be in there. It wasn't in there before. The Shining will be in there. Was not in there before. So it's gonna be cozy in there, and more poetry books. It's going to be cozy in there. It will kind of look the same it did before. Potentially. We'll see how it goes. I'm taking the 50 Shades ones out. Like, not out, they will go back in there, but for now, taking those out. I think I'll start with the Atlas Paradox. Yeah, that is my paperback version. By the way, I don't want to bash anyone, but this is the paperback version, second part of the series. Paperback size. Big, very big. This is a hardcover of the first one. They are not the same height, but almost the same height, which pisses me off, gotta be honest. And then we have the Atlas 6 paperback version, which is incredibly small compared to the rest. Why is the paperbacks such different sizes? Somebody tell me, please. Anyway, back to the important bits. We start with paperback, no, we start with the hardcover. It's a little, you can't even tell properly. So we put those in there. I feel like then I'll put my poetry collection back where it was and just add the rest of the poetry books I have with each and every step. So I have these ones. I will reorganize them. I'm just going to put them on the stack for a second to have them out the way. So I have these ones. Then I feel like I want to put The Shining to kind of separate the poetry from the rest, if that makes sense. Like upright. And then now it's getting tacky, people, because there's so many more books in there that have to get in there. I have a stack like I did before. It's actually the exact same stack. These don't belong on there. And now it gets tacky. This is where we're failing already. Because I have the stack from before. There's still space to add more books on top. But I don't have any single books to add on there. If that makes sense. The only one I can have is this one. A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. Which kind of fits on there. Which is nice. But now, back in the day, we had A Little Life there, and then my 50 Shades of Grey books. But, big freaking but, we have the 50 Shades in here, which just fit. You're like, but it fits. Yes, but I have the Surrounded By, fill in a different word. That's 3. I could potentially have them in a different category though, because I guess it's kind of, I mean, it's not a crime section, so it doesn't matter, but like, it's kind of scientific, I guess, compared to what I normally read. So I feel like I could go kind of here to like the essays and important topics section, so that could be something, and I could have them there. Which is not my dream, but it's okay. Then, we're still not there. I have my Bible, which I don't have to put in there necessarily. Maybe it goes back to my bed shelf in the hopes that I will read my Bible more. Or at all. Then I have the perfume. Oh, I don't know if I can show that there's boobies on there. Which is great. And I want to read very soon, but I don't have time. And a long TBR. So that doesn't fit in there. But we're still not there. Like if I take these out, that's okay and doable. And helpful. But we still have Terms and Conditions. And the second one, which is... Oh, that is actually Terms and Conditions. The fine print is the first one. There we go. You probably all knew that. They do not fit in there. Am I mad about that? Yes. But then again, they are like blue and green. And the rest is kind of like black for the most part. So they do fit, but do they? So maybe I have to just put them somewhere up here in the romance section. I feel like that could potentially work the best out of all of these. So yeah, also I will like organize the poetry for real at the end, like, you know, like little details, but that's just to have it done. Also my battery is red, so we will take a break now and I'll charge and then I'll see you then. That was weird English. I'll see you when it's charged and when I'm back. I will have like a coffee break now. Welcome back everybody. It's been a while. You see a finished product. Maybe you don't see a difference, but there is a difference. I wanted to show you every single part of this, but that would have taken me 25 million hours to have, you know, an angle where you can see me and not the back of my head only. And also my camera needed charging. So I finished it off. Let's say it fit perfectly. There's no more space for any books. Oh, up top there, maybe there's space for one more. So what did we learn? What did we learn today? No more books. That's enough. I don't have space. Maybe the next video is gonna be a decluttering video, and then I can reorganize it again. Yeah. Anyway, so we start at the top. We still have those like kind of businessy essay type things up there, and then they're surrounded by idiots and so on up there as well, because I felt like that was kind of fitting. Then we have the shelf of horror. To me, I feel like on camera it doesn't look that bad actually, but we have like kind of neutral colored books there, which are nice. These are my Christmassy books, so I wanted to keep them together and they kind of fit with the white aesthetic, at least half of them. Then we have mixed random books. This is like a kind of bluish greenish stack there. That's the only reason these are together, because that was the only space. Awesome. Then we have this. This is kind of the same. This is just a completed stack of Colleen Hoover books. And then I realized it's kind of out of pocket to have like problematic, more or less problematic Colleen Hoover on the same shelf as like my queer stuff. But I couldn't find a way to put it together in a somewhat nice way, so that's how it is now. And then we have a lot of like bluish books here to kind of save the aesthetic a bit, a tiny bit. So yeah, that's that. Now we go back to my black aesthetic shelf, which got the Atlas 6 books, my poetry, The Shining because it fit the aesthetic, so that's in there. Random dark aesthetic books, A Little Lie, if you can't even see that, A Little Lie, and my 50 Shades of Grey books, which I haven't read. They are not a priority. Surprise. Then we have a very random shelf here. I hate this shelf, but you're not going to see it. And it was random before, so I kind of expected that to be like my trash shelf, which is fine. Then we have my crime shelf, which is not entirely crime, because it has 2 or 3 books at the end that fit size-wise, so they are there now. And then you can't even see that, I believe. No, you can't. Is the Boring White books. I'm gonna show you. The Boring White books. That's my bed, by the way. Boring White books, random as hell books, and then kind of childhood-ish, and then the childhood shelf. So that is flimsy up here. Okay, so that is the main shelf. I feel like I made it worse. In the sense, like these two, this one is great. That the crime section is at the bottom now, I think is also very great. But this just color-wise, because there's so many different colors, is horrific to me. Like, I hate it. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I hate it. And I also thought about putting these up here and changing the blue stack with this, just to keep the blue going, but I hate that also, so. This is it. This is the shelf. These are tissues for runny noses, because I've been sick a lot the past couple months. Not sick, ill, whatever. Runny nose. This is my current TBR / these are books I started that I have to finish and I want to finish kind of soon, that are not necessarily on my TBR, but they're like in reach so I can finish them. Then we have that, which looks horrific because I didn't like finish that up. But that is the nice thriller series I love. Avocado. Classics and Classics Bible, The Perfume, which is also kind of a classic. It's just a color aesthetic thing. Then we have this. This is beginnings of series and books that don't belong to me, that are in reach so I can read them soon. And now you saw it already. This is the best part. This is my pure perfection rainbow. And I love it. The only thing that kind of pisses me off is these 2 books, because they are so close together and they belong together, but like wrong order. But it's the best I could do and I love it. I'm a bit scared though about the weight of the books. So if that falls, I will die. But, you know, it's worth it because it's 4 books. So there's the perfection here. And then we go to the last one. And then we have this, which is the last part, which is like the highlight shelf, I guess you could say that. That's what it is. That was not English. Anyhow, we got my Emily Henry books on the bottom, books I want to read soon in the middle. These two are about like plus size romance. This is just pretty and kind of fits the thing. And up there we have the Summer I Turned Pretty series, which I haven't read yet. But that's kind of like, I'm calling this my summer shelf because that's stuff I want to read in summer, kind of. So yeah, that is it. That is the bookshelf tour. So everybody, thank you for watching. This was, I feel like, very messy and there was like no theme to this. I mean, the purpose was to reorganize the bookshelves and I did that. Some stuff got worse. Some got better. You know, the rainbow bookshelf, that is banging. I was just about to say maybe I should have put that in there, but then you could see the messiness in the other shelf anyway. But yeah, that was it. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe that inspired you to reorganize your shelves, whatever, you know. And is anyone down for like a book decluttering? Because I feel like I need that. You know, I didn't count. I should have counted while reorganizing actually, but that is too many books. Way too many books. And the bad part is that majority of them I haven't even read. Because buying and reading is 2 different hobbies. So yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. I don't know, comment something down below. Put what could we put in there? Put an avocado emoji in the comments if you have come this far. That's it. Also, do you have a rainbow shelf? Did you go through that phase of having a rainbow bookshelf? Please let me know. Because I feel like I'm late to the trend as always. But yeah, that was it. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. Good start to the new week. And I'll see you next time.